Us now for a reaction to this latest quarterly report from Boeing is Ben Tsocanos, Aerospace Director, S&P Global Ratings. Ben, thank you so much for joining us this morning. All right, so the bleeding is improving for Boeing, and again, it was even better than expected. Their cash burn also better. The cash burn for the quarter coming in at $200 million. Last quarter, that number was $2.3 billion. What's your reaction to its results?
Yeah, I think it was a decent quarter. Deliveries were strong, and it looks like production is up and more stable. You flagged the cash flow, which was better than I expected. So I think that it positions the company to reach cash flow positive in the second half of this year, which is where we'd like to see them.
Different place than obviously the company was a year ago. Ben, Kelly Ortberg saying this, quote, with the start of the second half of the year, we're moving in the right direction and ahead of where I thought we would be in our recovery. It sounds like ahead of where you expected Boeing to be as well. Do you also share that same sentiment that Boeing is moving in the right direction?
Yeah, I mean, certainly they've done a lot of recovering in the first half of this year. I think in addition to the progress on deliveries and production, cash flow management seems to be improved, and the stability of production much less in terms of rework and out of station work, that kind of thing, which has really been a drag on performance over the last couple of years. Seems to be in a lot better shape.
What are you looking out for in terms of risk factor for Boeing when it comes to labor union activity? For instance, you have a group of the company, a division that is, on the verge of striking, and that was one of the difficulties. That was a pain point for Boeing before when they had that very long strike. Is that as concerning this time for this division as it was before?
Yeah, right. You noted the strike last year on the MAX production line, which is really crucial to the company's performance. The potential strike for the defense workers, it's a much smaller part of the business. Obviously, would be a negative, but not nearly the level of effect on performance that the MAX line has.
Okay, and year to date, Boeing's been an outperformer compared to the S&P 500. Does that match up with your view on, where it is now? Is the valuation justified now?
Well, of course, I'm a credit guy. I'm not an equity guy, but I think put it in context of where the company was 6 months ago or 8 months ago when they raised equity. It's a drastically different situation for the company in terms of production, deliveries, and just overall financial health.
Okay, and so overall, do you feel like, Boeing is, as you mentioned, by the end of this year, you expect them to be cash flow positive. Are there any hiccups that you would be watching out for?
Well, I guess my experience with Boeing is there have been surprises. I was encouraged to see that there were no additional charges on the defense side, but it's really a production consistency story, I think, from this point.
A production consistency story, that does seem to be the case, and so far the company is delivering. That's no pun intended there. That's Ben Tsocanos, Aerospace Director, S&P Global Ratings. Ben, thank you so much for joining us this morning.